you read this book and actually apply what's in it, I guarantee that your business will at least double in the next 12 months. So the book is called Draw to Win by Dan Rome, and it is a crash course on how to lead, sell, and innovate with your visual mind. And the point of this book is for you to draw out your ideas so that you can communicate them better. And that's so important, especially if you are a coach, a speaker, a consultant, an educator of any kind trying to grow on stages or on the internet as well. In this video, we're going to cover why drawing is so essential. I'm going to show you what tools that I'm using and that you can use to start drawing more in your business. And at the end, I'm going to show you how to actually draw out your ideas with some really cool frameworks that I've been learning and things that I'm applying to my own business so that you can start drawing your ideas out faster, even if you're not an artist like me. So let's first talk about why drawing is so essential. Throughout this book, there's a ton of pictures and illustrations. Obviously, it's called Draw to Win. And he also has a lot of really thought-provoking quotes. So one of my favorite ones so far that I've read is from Albert Einstein, where he said, "If I can't picture it, I can't understand it." Now, when you think about being a coach, a speaker, a thought leader, an educator of some kind, you can talk about, what you do and how you do it and all that kind of stuff. But when you draw something in front of someone, a couple things are happening. One, it's easier for them to understand what it is that you are trying to articulate because you have simple drawings. But two, they are seeing you as an expert, a real expert, because you can take a complex idea, doodle it out in front of them, which helps with retention and engagement, and it keeps their mind active. But also the fact that you just simplified this complex idea with a simple drawing makes them think this person really gets this. And all that's going to do is help you become a better communicator, but also massively increase your authority and presence and intelligence when you're on a stage or when you're creating content. I've been an entrepreneur since 2018 and have been doing Profit Your Knowledge for the last handful of years, but it's turned into a six-figure online business and I'm able to work around 20 hours a week, which is awesome. But I've tried so many things and I'm so big on how do I save time? Because I don't want to be putting in a bunch of unnecessary time if I can find a way to be more efficient with what I'm doing, which is why this drawing idea is so attractive to me. I used to build slide presentations for everything. If it was a workshop, a masterclass, or even my course content, I would always create slide presentations. And some of these would take me days, even weeks to fully create and get to the point where I'm really happy with the flow and the visuals and the text and all that kind of stuff. But what I've realized over the years is that all of the big entrepreneurs and coaches that I look up to, like my mentor, Graham Cochran, his mentor, Myron Golden, Richmond Din, Alex Hormozi, Taki Moore, the list goes on. If you notice something with these big name experts who communicate ideas so efficiently, they all draw. And I feel that this is something that's been coming up a lot more. It's become a lot more prevalent in this age of the internet, especially with AI. It's how do you stand out online or when you speak on a stage? All of these guys are doing something which is drawing, and they're able to communicate these amazing ideas with very simple drawings and illustrations. Over the years, I've learned from many of these 7- and 8-figure business owners and entrepreneurs. And one thing I've learned from them is that the people who really win in online business are able to test ideas really fast. The people who do not win in online business or entrepreneurship are the ones who spend forever to come up with an idea, which is okay to come up with a good plan, but they don't test it quickly. Instead, they try and make everything so perfect inside of their head, which can take months, sometimes years for people. And then they put all this energy into making this perfect thing, and then they put it out into the world. And then when it doesn't work because they didn't prove the idea to work first, then they get frustrated and they quit, or they step away for a long time because they put all this energy into something that they didn't really actually test or do research on, and then turn it into a full-on product and put it out there. So when you're able to draw out your ideas on the fly, you can test ideas so much faster and then find what actually works, what message works, what illustration works, what strategy works for you, and then you can really double down on that thing. The other quick thing is that in the world of AI right now, I think that being able to draw out ideas is so powerful because it really distinguishes you as being human and being real, because AI can definitely come up with images, but being able to doodle out something on the fly, it just creates such a better connection with people. I think Taki Moore is one of my favorite creators right now. I'm really binging his content. Every single video that he makes, he is doodling out his ideas. And it's so fun and engaging to watch. And obviously, it's massively boosted his business and his income. So now that you know why drawing is really essential in business, and I really think it is the future for most creators, let's talk about some different tools and ways that you can actually articulate your ideas and draw out stuff. And then I'm going to show you some really cool frameworks here in a minute. Something you can do is like what Richmond Din does, where he has a whiteboard behind him or some kind of like big TV screen that he can draw on. That's totally fine as well. You can use a whiteboard. You can use a paper flip chart if you want, like Sunny Lenarduzzi has used that, or Jillian Perkins as well. Or you can take the route that I did, which is to pick up a tablet. So I was kind of in need of a new laptop for when I travel, and I realized that this drawing thing was a thing. So I decided to get a Microsoft Surface Pro, which is a tablet / laptop, which is really cool. So I'm not doing anything crazy on it. That's what my main computer is for. That's pretty stationary here. But when I travel to do calls and doodle things out, that's where the Surface Pro is awesome. And it comes with a pen, which is incredible. The tool that I use to draw with is Miro, M-I-R-O. And this is really cool because, as you can see here, you'll see all my doodles that I have over here. I'm on my desktop right now, so I can record my screen with the screen recording tool I'm using called Camtasia, but you can use Descript or whatever you want. But I'm also here on my tablet as well. So now I can draw something like this squiggle that you see over here. I can pick different colors. I can do a strike through. And now you see that it's drawing in real time. So that's just kind of like a tool that I am specifically using to be able to illustrate this. But yeah, I can erase this. We can pick different colors if I want to do like green or blue or whatever color I want to use. Now, I'm not going to do a full tutorial on how to use Miro, but this is just what I'm using. So let's get into the fun stuff. Now I want to show you some different frameworks and ideas and ways that you can actually draw out your ideas and start to articulate them, even if you don't feel like you're an artist or a drawer of any kind. Like, I was not very good at art class, but you don't need to be able to illustrate your ideas and teach from what you know. And I really believe that when you can actually draw something out, you truly understand it, okay? Super cool. So inside the book, there are 7 different building blocks that we have to draw out ideas. And really, like, the whole idea is, if you don't think I'm really artistic or anything like that, if you can just get something on the page, then start drawing, then it's kind of hard to stop drawing. That's kind of what he talks about in the book. So the first one would just be a dot. And the dot can turn into anything. But just like drawing something on the page is super important. So we can turn it into a line, or we can turn that into an arrow of some kind. And then if you're teaching like a process on how to create some kind of offer, let's say, then I can be like, you know, this is their starting point. This is where they want to end up. So your offer is going to take them from point A to point B. And then we can say, and now we have to break the offer up into 3 stages. You see what I mean? So you just kind of start drawing, and that's going to be the building block of getting this thing out there, or these ideas out there. So I'd recommend picking up a tablet or just having a whiteboard or something like that and just practice every day. Pick up the book, learn something, draw what he draws. That's what I've been doing, and it's really been helping. Now, the other building blocks that you can start with are simply a square, a circle, or a triangle. And I'm going to show you some different ways that you can use each one of these here in just a second. The last one that he shows is what he calls the blob. So this is really good if you want to do some messy roadmap that shows people how to get from point A to point B or something like that. Okay, but we can also do something like that can be an arrow, okay, just to kind of get some ideas going and get started for you. So let me show you what some of these look like in action. The first one would be a square. So what can you do with a square? You can actually do a lot, but one of them that's really valuable to get you going is to create a quadrant of some kind. And then with this quadrant, really valuable for people, we think about top and bottom, and then we have our arrows at the top. And then in here, in each one of these, you're going to break down something for each one of them. And then, you know, the top one is obviously the best. So something that I like to do with this is like we have your income and your audience size. All right, so if you're number 1, you are a beginner. If you're in number 2, then that is where you're kind of in this influencer trap where you're not making a lot of money, but you do have a big audience. So what do you have to do? You just have to create an offer and start making offers to your people. And then if you're in the position where you're making a lot of money, but you don't have a big audience, that's still a pretty cool position to be in, honestly. That's where I've had to live for most of my career because I didn't know how to build an audience, but I was still making good money. Doing high ticket sales and stuff like that. But then the gold mine, obviously, is when you have a large audience and a lot of income and you have to think about scalability. Okay, so just a really simple idea and way for you to translate an idea with a square in the form of quadrants. All right, so the next one is to do a triangle or a pyramid of some kind. This is really cool. So basically, in the middle, we want to think about this as like pillars. You can have pillar 1, pillar 2, and pillar 3. Now, when you get all 3 of these things lined up and matching, that's when you get this beautiful thing in the middle. Okay. So if you want to have like a really profitable online business that doesn't take you forever to run, takes you a couple hours a day to run, then you need to have these 3 pillars. If you want to have a lasting relationship, then what are the 3 pillars you need to have what's in the center, which is that desirable thing? All right, this next one is really cool. So let's say that you want to do a circle. Well, what could you do with the circle? Well, you can do 3 overlapping circles and create a Venn diagram of some kind. So the goal is to get this desirable thing in the middle when you overlap all 3 of these circles. So we need 1, 2, 3. And when we get these 3 lined up, very similar to like pillars with the triangle. But what's cool here is that now we can add what's in the overlap. Okay. And then we can have like this, and this. So this is a really cool one, super versatile. And I like to use this with something I call the income intersection when you want to find a profitable idea. So the 3, just to keep it short, things that you need to have a really profitable idea that you know is worth pursuing when it comes to turning your expertise into an online business is first, we need experience with the thing. We need to know that there's money involved in this, like people are paying money to buy books, to go to conferences or engagements, things like that. And then lastly, that you have joy in the thing that you do. And I believe that if you have real experience, like you've done this thing, let's say you've made 6 figures podcasting, then that's awesome. You've built a podcast to 6 figures and X amount of followers. There's obviously money in there. There are conferences, Podfest is one of them. And if you have joy helping people create podcasts that actually generate income, that's awesome. Now, the cool thing is that, okay, well, what if there's a lot of money involved here and you have a lot of joy, but you don't really have any kind of experience in this. You haven't really done anything with this. Well, that would be down here. And this is where we start to feel imposter syndrome, okay? You feel like an imposter because you haven't really done the thing that you know, like people are paying for how to do this and you're like, it excites you. There's a lot of joy. You're like, I really like talking about this and learning about this, but you just haven't done anything yet. Okay. That's when you're going to experience imposter syndrome, but it's a good sign because you just have to get better and start doing more of the thing and get more experience. And then if you have a lot of joy and you have experience with the thing, but there's no real money in it, then this is really just a passion of yours, you know, that's it. If you have a lot of experience and there's a lot of money to be made, but you have absolutely no joy in this thing, this is where we have what are commonly known as the golden handcuffs, okay? So you can see how using a Venn diagram is a really cool way to illustrate any kind of idea that you have. And it just starts with a simple circle. Now, another cool thing that we can do with a simple circle is create a couple different points in here, and we can develop some sort of flywheel, all right? So when you get this, and this, it becomes a circular thing and a regular flow that we have. So let's say, for example, that you want more traffic in your business. Well, we are going to need 3 things, we can say. The first one is 3 different platforms, you could say. A social media platform, something where you can direct message people, things like that. It's just kind of your socializing platform. But I believe that we also need a deep dive platform. And a deep dive platform would be like YouTube, like you're spending time with me watching this video or listening to a podcast or YouTube, I think are the 2 best. You can also do blogging, but I feel like most people are really gravitating towards podcasts and YouTube more than blogs these days because of ChatGPT and things like that. So then the other one would be the use of ads. Now, this can be really simple. I like to call them follow me ads. And it's just like a $1 to $5 a day ad where you say, hey, if you're this type of person and you want to get this kind of result, follow me, follow this channel. Follow my YouTube channel. If you're a coach or an expert, or you have valuable knowledge and you want to turn it into a business and an income in some way, follow my channel. That's everything that we talk about. Super simple, and it's really going to help you get a lot more traffic and kind of give you a boost, especially in the beginning. All right, and the last one that I'm going to share with you is the acronym. So we can pick up any kind of word, and some people are really good at coming up with these, but let's say that we wanted to do like profit. Okay, how can we turn this into an acronym that makes sense with whatever it is that we are talking about? Okay, you get the idea. Doing an acronym is awesome. It's a great way to visually explain an idea and create some kind of framework that you can teach. So, and what's really cool about drawing out frameworks is that, let's say you're speaking on a stage and you do this and you're here, and then someone asks a question. You're like, what's your question? And then they ask it and it pulls you away from the framework. Then they're like, I'm sorry if I messed you up or something. And then you look over, you're like, no worries. We're just going to pick it back up where we are. So having frameworks like this keeps you on track as an educator or a coach, which is super valuable. So anyway, this is the type of content that I want to move into doing more. I just want to get better at drawing in this way, but also I think it'd be fun for my YouTube videos, and it's definitely different than what a lot of people are doing. So if you like this style, let me know in a comment down below and just say like, this is cool, or like draw, just say draw. How about that in the comments? And that will let me know that you like this new style of kind of drawing out ideas and stuff. I have a lot of frameworks. I'm constantly doodling and coming up with different ways to articulate ideas, but this is something that I want to incorporate in my business more, and I'd highly recommend that you do as well. Great place to get started. I'll link down the link to Amazon right below this, so you can just click on that. I have no affiliation with Amazon. It's just to help you out. I hope this video was helpful. If it was, give it a like, share it with someone that you think might benefit from this. And if you have any questions or comments, let me know down in a comment below. And if you're really serious about growing your online business, watch this video next, and something will point you to another video on my channel. As always, take what you learned here, get out there, make something happen. I'll see you in the next one.